Jill, what is it with you and hating on China, by the way?
Well, I'm just saying, like, they have acid rain there. Doesn't that suck?
So I used to read a manga called Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicle. No one cares. But here's what I'm getting to. In this manga, they would travel to different worlds, kind of like Kingdom Hearts. That's actually how I got into it. Was that someone pitched it to me as like similar to Kingdom Hearts. And it's interesting. So there were these characters. There was a swordsman who wasn't allowed to kill because he killed like every warrior in his own world.
Okay.
So he was cursed not to kill. He's like one of the best characters.
So he's Batman.
There was a magician who did not use magic because his magic would awaken a sleeping tyrant in his own world.
Mm-hmm.
So he sealed that tyrant away and then didn't use magic because he was afraid that using his magic would wake him up. Because that guy destroyed his entire world. Okay, so all these people are from different worlds.
Uh-huh.
And there was a young, what do you, not astrologer. What do you call it when you are not just a historian, archaeologist. And a young archaeologist swordsman who was in love with this princess, but she went comatose and he like went on a journey to wake her up, right? And so all these people were together.
Mm-hmm.
And in this, there is actually a world they go to called Acid Tokyo. And it's basically this future Japan that is so polluted after a nuclear war that it rains acid rain that like burns your skin if you go outside. And there's like mutant creatures everywhere. It's literally like Fallout.
That's awful.
I always thought it was really interesting. No one cares except me.
I think that's actually kind of funny that anime thing. Well, I guess it's a manga.
Yeah, the anime's not as good. The anime like got, by the way, toned down a lot.
I think it's funny that manga is like a dystopia of Tokyo, and then in Sailor Moon there's a utopia of Tokyo called Crystal Tokyo, where like,
the one on
everything's
the moon?
perfect. Yeah, in Sailor Moon.
Yeah, but isn't that one on the moon?
No, it's in Tokyo.
Sorry.
What's that thing?
What, this?
Never mind.
The Academy Gate Town?
Where's the Raya Academy?
I don't know. Is that the next place we want to go?
Yeah, what if we go in there? Because I thought I remember seeing something from before saying we have to go here.
Well, I'm just wondering if we wanted to get that sword.
Oh, do you want to do the Sword of Night and Flame?
Do you want to just do that first?
Sure.
Okay. Why don't I let you play? Because a lot of times when I play, I get kind of sidetracked. And you can go there. Yeah, so I actually have, believe it or not, I have most of the manga from that. And I have the movie, although I don't have the slipcover, which pisses me off. Because they made a movie version of that arc of the manga for Tsubasa. It's called Tokyo Revelations.
Tokyo
I'd
Drift?
like to see that.
And then they made a movie version of the arc after called Spring Thunder. But it pisses me off because they didn't make movie versions of like anything else. So like
ridiculous.
So basically it's like you'd have to read the entire series to care about what's going on in the movie.
Uh-huh.
Because the anime is like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like the anime kind of follows the story of the manga, but like at a certain point the anime branched off because the people making the anime were like, this manga is too dark. We can't keep making this because like it became really adult. And then the people who made the manga were pissed off. It's like a group of writers that is like under a company name called Clamp. That's kind of like what they call themselves.
I was going to say clans.
No, Klansmen? No. Because it's like 3 different women who write these stories together. And technically all their stories are part of a multiverse. Mm-hmm. So like there's characters that reappear in different worlds in Tsubasa. And then there's... Have you heard of that manga and anime about the witch? It's called XXX Holic.
I've never heard of it.
Okay, so it takes place in the same world and everything too. But basically those writers got mad at the anime producers because they were like, oh, those are our souls. They were like, hey, you can't keep making this if you're not going to follow our story. Like, this has nothing to do with what we want to do. So it would basically be like if the Harry Potter movies at like the 3rd movie were like, nah, fuck that. We're doing our own thing. And then J.K. Rowling was like, no.
Well, that's what the Harry Potter franchise did anyways.
Well, they changed details, but they didn't just change the entire story.
I meant, like, they've broken off from J.K. Rowling's.
Oh, yeah, no, I know. But I'm saying, like, it would be like if that writer still had complete creative control over the brand, and then they were just changing things on the TV version.
Right.
So, what ended up happening was the anime randomly branches off from the manga, and then just ends with an open-ended ending, like after the second season, and never goes anywhere.
That's sad.
Which is why those movies were made, like to give like a little bit more of a conclusion, but then the actual story doesn't even end until like 5 or 6 books after the second movie. So you never get the ending of it no matter what if you watch it.
That's ridiculous.
That's weird.
So it's like you could watch this anime. This is Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicle, which, by the way, the anime was actually really good until it branched off. Then it got weird. You can watch the anime and then watch the ending of the anime and then watch this own standalone movie, and that's the anime timeline. Mm-hmm. Or you could watch the anime, stop 2 episodes before the end, go watch the 2 movies that were made by the original creators, which continue the original story.
I'm dead.
And then you'd have to read 5 books to ever get the ending.
It's stupid.
No matter what. Isn't that weird?
It's ridiculous. I mean, they might Sailor Moon Crystal it at some point and give you, like, an anime that follows the manga to a T.
I don't think it's popular enough.
That's a shame.
It's just not popular enough. Another thing that happened was Rave Master, where the anime came out and it was butchered in America because it was, I don't know if it was done by 4Kids, but it was done by a company like 4Kids, which like really toned it down.
I hate companies like that. Like, don't tone down anime. Just make it dark.
Well, here's my thing. Don't make it for kids if the original story isn't for kids.
Right?
Wait, that's possible?
Rave Master by book 5 was very graphic. Like, I remember a dude got his arm freaking cut off and everything, and there was blood everywhere and stuff. It was a graphic story. Like, it wasn't like, I don't know, it wasn't like Attack on Titan, where it's like every other day someone's getting beheaded, like, live on TV.
Right.
But it was dark. It wasn't something you'd make for kids. It's not like Pokemon, where it's accessible to everyone. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but it kind of seems like a lot of these people think, oh, it's a cartoon, it must be for children.
Yeah, it's the boomer mentality. It's the American boomer mentality. And I kind of think that that's why you shouldn't have these American companies localizing Japanese anime.
I agree.
But you should have Japanese people who know English doing it.
But it's also not just with animation TV shows or whatever. It's with other stuff too. Like when the new Batman movie came out, I saw a lot of people online like criticizing the movie because they're like, well, it never said it wasn't for kids. Don't bring your kids here. And I'm like, the movie's rated PG-13.
And it's a hard PG-13.
It's a hard PG-13. Like, I have not seen it as of the time we're recording this, but if I had like a 6-year-old kid, I'm not an idiot enough. What is this guy's problem? I'm not like an idiot enough to be like, hey, why don't I bring my 6-year-old son to see the Robert Pattinson Batman movie?
Right.
You can just tell by the trailer.
You
could tell by anything about that movie that this is not for kids.
I don't get why they don't say, oh, 13 means that the kid is recommended to be 13 to go to this.
Well,
like, if your kid's 6, they're A, not going to understand the movie, and B, apparently it's going to be too dark for them, so, like, literally bring them to a babysitter.
I think American parents are stupid, and they expect everything, like, catered to their children randomly, but it's like your child doesn't need to see every single possible thing this exact second. Your child can wait 5 years and watch that thing.
Right.
You know, when I was a kid, my mom didn't let me watch Indiana Jones. Now, my dad showed me Temple of Doom anyways, but...
I remember your dad did that a lot.
My mom yelled at him, but...
Oh, really?
Yeah, but my mom didn't want me watching that movie. Do you know what I did? I watched the movies, when I was like 15.
So you're a good kid. You know what I did? I just watched the stuff behind my parents' backs the few times I cared.
Right. But it's like, you can just watch the movie later on.
Right.
You know, your child at the age of 6 doesn't need to see the Robert Pattinson Batman movie.
Well, there's also 500 other Batman movies you can watch.
Yeah, it's like it's not the end of the world. I'm
being serious here. If my 8-year-old kid wanted to watch Batman, do you know what I would let them do? Watch Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, and it does have some adult, mature stuff in it, but it's not going to scar them.
Yeah, and it was on TV for children.
Or watch Justice League. Mm-hmm. I'll watch it with you. That is like one of the few shows I can think of that is like just as good. It's like a fine wine.
Well, look at you. We don't receive many visitors. I presume you are tarnished? What brings you here? Oh, pardon me. It's hardly my...
I don't like you either!
I am E.G., a blacksmith who once served the Karian royals. An old codger who refuses to retire his rusty hammer. So here I am, still quietly plying my trade on this spot. Perhaps you'd like a display? These bones are old, but still able.
Oh, this guy's a blacksmith. So he can
Nice.
give us these
So
things.
where are you going?
I want a snack.
I was just kidding with you.
Okay, I want a snack.
Oh,
Jill's
he,
leaving because I offended her.
he just sells these smithing stones.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, if you were to... Wait, you can talk to him again. Tell him please take care.
Something. Oh, watch out there. When I'm absorbed in my smithing, I lose sight of all else. If you come too close, I'm apt to cause you harm. I am, after all, terribly large compared to you, Tarnished. You don't know how hard it is not to break anything while I work.
Yeah, he seemed like a good guy.
Basically, my comparison didn't matter. It's good for kids and it's good for adults. I'm tired of repeating my comparison.
Yeah.
You asked me where this is, but it's at Claria Manor. It's in a locked room.
Well, who is like launching these things at me? Oh, here we go.
I thought you were gonna say that it was good for kids, but like then when you get older, it's better.
That is what I was gonna say, but like I just didn't care by the time I got to that point.
That makes sense.
That happens a lot of times. What site of grace are we at? Oh,
Road to the manor.
So we need to get to okay. I kind of know how to get
This
there.
is Caria Manor.
Yeah, I kind of know how to get there.
Okay.
Can you look at this too? Because you might understand it better in the context of reading it as well.
So you have to go to the east side of the manor.
Yep, and you have to basically get in from the top. Jeez, what in the world?
Begin at the manor lower level site of grace. Okay.
Your point also was when you have alcohol as a child, it's better when you're an adult, but it's still good when you're a kid.
Right, so my point is you should always give your kids alcohol. Hashtag kill your kids or whatever.
Yeah.
Hashtag
I'm not a doctor. Okay.
So,
Alright, there we go. Lost
So
Grace
what's this
discovered.
one called then?
I think this is the manor lower level entrance or whatever.
Main.
Main gate.
So,
I know how to get there because I also talked to T about this before.
Are we gonna encounter Kim Jong Un?
Jill,
It's in-
why are you making all these references? You're gonna get yourself killed.
what are these like weird hand
Ew!
things?
But I was just saying because we're in Korea.
What are these?
Ah!
What is going on here?
I just thought it was funny.
Why do we have like hands?
Well,
This
I
is,
tried
like,
to
really
drag in this
creepy.
guy.
This is like really creepy.
Ew. Yuck. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Why is this like a boss?
I don't know. I'm just not fighting these.
I think getting this one's gonna be really difficult.
I just wanted an excuse to call Nate an idiot.
Got it. Well, you don't need an excuse for that.
It comes very easily.
Just like Nate. Allow me to demonstrate.
So I'm actually watching a video of where to go.
That's cheating.
Well, it would be nice in this game if, like, there was ever a thing that you could do without looking it up, but doesn't seem like there is.
Yeah, like if they had a path with like lights on it that was like, oh, this is very obviously the path you go down.
To be fair, there isn't that in any Souls game.
I mean, I just kind of think like it's easier in the other Souls games. I know I haven't played them, but it kind of seems like from what you guys have said, like it's easier to figure out where you're supposed to go in those.
It really depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for like secret stuff, no.
Secret
But
societies.
my problem with this game, I guess so far, without shitting on it, because like it's a design choice, it doesn't make it bad, is that it's almost like everything is treated the way a Souls secret would be treated.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where it's like everything is kind of hard to find. And I don't think it's just me, because literally everyone I talk to about this game is like, I just summon for every boss, or I just look up how to get there online.
Right.
And it's like, well,
You shouldn't have to do that.
fine, nothing wrong with that. But like everything, or everyone's doing that, like that seems a bit, I don't know, like a lot.
Right.
That's
like
all.
they should be showing you a little bit better.
Like there should be a little bit of a flow that I should be able to figure it out better. Like, I guess I understand that that's kind of how it works when casual people get involved in a game series they're not really familiar with. Fine. I'm not shitting on them for that. They don't have to be experts, but
I think it's in that door to your left.
I think when you have people like Nate and I who have played through multiple of these games, or me especially, who's platinumed like almost every single one, and I have a hard time finding anything, I'm not just trying to have a bad attitude about the game. I genuinely really like this game. But that kind of stuff confuses me as to like how you would find it. Lady Rani, we have long awaited you. I pray for your house's swift revival. May the moon shine upon Korea. Korea, as Jill said.
Korea.
So yeah, you go up here.
So that's the thing, is like, I don't want it to come off to people like we're just shitting on the game, because we're not. Like, I've actually really been enjoying this game more in the past few parts that we played it than I even was at the beginning. It's more just there's stuff I still don't understand, like how I find certain things without just lucking upon them, I guess.
Right, that or looking them up. It
Yeah.
just seems like that's your only options for really finding stuff.
I
And-
just kind of think that's a little bit of bad game design.
Well, I wouldn't say that too loud. People get really mad when people criticize this game. But I think that it's one of those things where I just I don't know. Not like I would have done it differently. I don't know what I would have done differently. I just wish that I was having an easier time finding stuff is all. Because, like...
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the game itself has to be easier. It's just like where you're supposed to go should be a little bit more obvious than it is.
To me, I thought so, but I don't
He has
know.
a bow.
Crap. Oh, well, it worked.
I thought you were gonna miss there.
No, I was too far away.
Yeah.
I did too. I don't know, it's... None of that stuff makes the game bad. I feel like I have been on... Kako Circo. Nice, I want to wear that.
Take a left when you get done.
Can I
Pronounced cuckoo.
wear the Kako Circo or not?
Hey, it's actually better.
Yeah.
Not in weight, but
Let's see. The surcoat depicts twinned cucks peering into a flourishing mass of glintstone. To a glintstone sorcerer, the body is a transient thing. The cuck alone knows its significance, yet watches it over it all the same. Do you want to move over more, Joe? Okay, you can, if you want to.
I
I like
the
that.
cuck surcoat.
I do think that we've been a little hard on this game at times, because
Right.
things have been a little frustrating. But for me, it's more just I guess I never really felt that frustrated with Dark Souls.
Right.
But I guess other people did, so maybe this is what they felt like. You know?
Yeah, I mean, the only time I did was feel frustrated was in the original Dark Souls. But after I got done with Ornstein and Smo, I
Just got destroyed, sorry.
wow.
After you got done with Ornstein and Smo?
I kind of just learned the game, and then I didn't get as frustrated. But I never felt this way with Demon Souls or Dark Souls 2. So,
I guess maybe the thing I dislike the most about the game is the fact that if someone comes in with a criticism like Jill had, a lot of people just get angry about it.
right.
Like, if you look online, like, any reviewer who hasn't, like, wholeheartedly deep-throated the game, people hate them.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Or any person who didn't connect fully with it, people hate them. Like, look, Dark Souls is amazing. I get why people don't like Dark Souls.
Right.
It doesn't make me mad. I just think they're missing out.
It makes me angry.
But, like, they're allowed to feel that way and not like it. Yeah, I can't think of the last time I got angry that someone didn't like something I liked. Like,
I mean,
like legitimately angry. I literally can't.
You can also, like, still enjoy and like a game, but have a couple of problems with its game design. Like, I think this game's really fun and cool, but, like, I think some parts of the layout are a little bit badly designed. And, like, I don't think you should be putting somebody on the cross for that.
You can't have this opinion, Jill.
Some parts of the game design remind me of Dark Souls 2, where it... I could be wrong, but I did get the impression at times in Dark Souls 2 that some stuff was just there because it was cool.
Right.
And not for a particular reason other than that.
I think that's what's going on with some of this game as well.
And there's nothing wrong with that either. It's just, I guess it's different for me, you know? Because the first Dark Souls and Bloodborne especially, those two games I would say the most, didn't feel that way much for me. It usually felt like there was a purpose. Whereas I would argue this game probably has... Come on, really? Okay, so I can't dodge here. This game probably has way better gameplay than Dark Souls. Like, by a lot.
Right.
Because it's, like, more modernized. You can jump without having to hold the stupid sprint button.
That thing was stupid.
They've actually started marking NPC stuff on the map now, which probably always should have been a thing because it was too hard to find them.
Yeah,
Right.
and it makes that stuff a lot better in this game. See, like, you know, this game's a good game. It's just it has a couple of things that, you know, you can dislike about it. And that's, like, not a bad thing. You're allowed to have grievances with a couple of flaws in something. Nothing's perfect.
Except for Nate.
Everything's perfect.
Can I
That
let
makes
you
sense.
play?
Yeah.
I need a break. I don't know. It's just I've been trying to be easier on the game and have more fun. Because I talked to T about this, and he said, you know, I think you're looking at it from the perspective of somebody who played all the previous games, basically. Which
Right.
makes sense, because I did. But also, if, like... This is something he said, which I really do agree with him. If every single second I'm playing this game, I'm spending comparing it to Bloodborne, or comparing
Right.
it to Dark Souls 1 or Demon Souls or whatever, there's going to be a lot of parts of the game that I miss out on and don't enjoy for what they are at all.
Well, especially since you love that game so much.
Right, because I'm just comparing it to that. It's similar, I guess... I don't know, like, it's similar to what happened with Rebels. I don't know if you remember this, Nate, but when Rebels came out, Star Wars, everybody compared every episode to the Clone Wars.
Right.
Like, it was always, this isn't the Clone Wars, this isn't the Clone Wars. But Rebels is really good in and of its own right after the first season. That's a bit of an embarrassment. After the first season, because that's just okay. Very good show. You know, I would say seasons 3 and 4, they're up there hitting the highs of the Clone Wars, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
But nobody wanted to give it a chance because it just wasn't the Clone Wars. So I'm trying to not do that with this game because I genuinely do feel like at parts of this Let's Play, it's just been me saying, well, I would like this better if it was Dark Souls. And I don't think that's fair to Elden Ring to be like, you're not Dark Souls, therefore I'm going to be a bitch about it.
Yeah,
Right.
it can be kind of hypocritical, too, when there's a lot of stuff that we both enjoy that people don't give a chance for those same reasons, and we think they're dumb for it, you know?
Well, and that's why I've been trying to be more open to this game's design. It's just some things at times have frustrated me, and I think they would have frustrated me less if we weren't doing a Let's Play. Because I wouldn't feel so dumb. Like, I know Nate doesn't care, but when every time we do something, Nate has to look it up, I feel kind of dumb. Like, I feel like, why are we not figuring any of this out? Somebody had to figure this out at some point. Why can't we?
Right.
It makes me feel like we're not playing the game right.
So, I mean, you guys very obviously aren't dumb. I mean, like...
We need one more faith, by the way.
You're both grown men with college degrees who, like, got through
dumb.
life decently.
Right.
You know,
Well,
you're both of at least average intelligence because of that. So, you know...
I'm told meter. Average intelligence.
I think there's probably a lot more Let's Players out there who are pretty stupid, who, like, just can't figure anything out. And, like, you know, people came to you, and sometimes being stupid can be kind of funny. So,
Well,
you know, at least you're doing better than some of those people out there.
Well, you know, I
That's, like, horrifying.
I can be a bit of a tough critic of things at times, and I get that, but
So I say let's just like switch this out for this.
Yeah, for
at least
now.
until we get the right stats.
right, I agree. Well, yeah, let's try and level up again. Are you wanting to do any more of the Limgrave optional bosses to get level progress?
I kind
Or-
of just wanted to level up.
Oh, you wanted to go to the level up place?
Yeah, because
And then we'll just skip ahead?
those optional bosses take like 800 hours, and you
They're
get
usually
like
pretty quick.
you get like literally if you keep losing, and then you literally take so long to level up.
Maybe Nate could just be better at the game.
Well,
no.
that's a tough task.
No. No way. So,
Hey, I'm good at this part.
Hey, this doesn't. Oh wait, I need to use this one.
Jill, do you want to play?
Yeah, actually, I do.
Okay, well, you can play
I'm good at this
this.
part.
Here, let Jill do this. We
I
don't
wanna
like
kill
this
one more
anyway.
person.
Okay, fine. I guess Nate's the expert here.